What's up, my good people? What's up, GEO? You are marked. Everyone's marked here. Priceless. You can't put a dollar value on you. You're invaluable. You're beautiful, no matter what you think. No matter what you think you look like or perceive yourself to be, or what anyone has ever told you, you are beautiful. Your size is beautiful. Your shape is beautiful. Your personality is beautiful. The shape of your face is beautiful. You are perfect in every way. Even your mistakes, you're perfect because you learn from them. You do your best. We all do our best. And you are the best. You're at your best. Always. Happy Friday. Today is a day for unplugging from the Matrix. But instead of just unplugging for the weekend, we try to get you unplugged for ever, for all time, for eternity. Completely unplugged. Part of unplugging from the Matrix is being able to see how beautiful you are. I'm going to read something to you. This is my own seeking. I put this together. A few snippets from an inspirational audio song, basically, but they're affirmations. I'll mention that as I read through it when I get there. The part of it that comes from, it's called I am beautiful, I am successful affirmation. Nothing can be added to me or taken away from me, for I am all in all at all times. I am always in a perfect state of mind and body. I am everything and in everything, everywhere and at all times. I am always and in every way, forever and ever, self-sustaining and acutely growing and unfolding at a rapid pace. I vibrate at the God frequency, and I am continuously expanding and unfolding myself. Every good and wholesome experience is mine now. All good is drawn to me now. All greatness is revealed to be within me now and always. All power is mine, and I claim it now. I can walk on the water, for I am the water itself. I can turn stone into gold, because the simple fact is that I am the gold, the very gold that I desire. I desire to serve and protect. That's right. Serve and protect, baby. One second. I desire to serve, protect, and educate humanity with the truths that have been so graciously bestowed upon me. I am perfect, I am pure, I am unlimited in power and scope. I am pure spirit, and this includes the outward expression of the body. I am the self, the one self, the almighty self, the only self there is. I am complete and I am whole. I am unchanging and unchangeable. I am the same today and the same tomorrow, the same forever and ever, because I am the infinite eternal being with a divine sense of my unlimited power. I am God. I am the Almighty. I am the truth. I am the way. No one can come to the Father except through me, because I am the only self that exists. I have the power. I am all power. I can and do exercise my unlimited power for the good of all and for the expansion of the collective consciousness. I am one with my Father, this unlimited source or pure substance, that only substance that exists. I am and can demonstrate the same powers that Jesus Christ demonstrated. Sorry. I trust completely God. I trust and I know that my Father and I are one. Therefore, I can and will demonstrate the same powers as Jesus Christ did when he walked the earth. I am money. I am wealth. I am wealthy. I am abundance. I am all in all. I own all things and resources. I am all things and draw all good things to me. I attract money from all over. Money comes to me from everywhere and everyone. Through the law of attraction, I draw all knowledge and all wisdom and all money and all spiritual resources to me now, and I am grateful. My mind is sound, and I am in harmony with abundant thought, and continues. My mind is sound and in harmony with abundant thought, and continues to express and expand its understanding and convictions. I love my wealth and I love my riches. I love money and all it offers me. I am grateful that success, money, and freedom constantly are heading my direction. I am grateful that my money always expands into a greater and bigger fortune. This is where I pulled the snippets from the, but it just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. On and 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 on. I don't know if you can see it. So I copied and pasted, copied and pasted, copied and pasted, copied and pasted, over and over and over and over and over and over. And I put it on, the accessibility where it'll speak the text, and I would listen to it every night before I go to bed for months, and I don't know, years maybe, I don't know, for a long time. Just thought I'd share that with you. Some of the seeking. I'm just pointing out to you the obsessiveness of seeking that was going on within my own world. So I was really trying to elevate, expand, unfold. Like I was looking for something. I was wanting something. I was wanting to control my thoughts. I was trying to make sure that I was feeding my subconscious mind all the good thoughts at the right time of the day so that they would sink in. right? So I was trying to become, your mind and your consciousness, or they call it the subconscious, is the most fertile when right before you go to bed, right before you pass out, right in between that state before you sleep and before you fall asleep. That's the most fertile time to do these affirmations. And these are some good ones. Repeat this stuff over and over long enough and you'll begin to believe it, like me. It's not even really a believing anyway, but in the way that, see, what it is that when I say I see things differently, I just define words differently. And there's one of the words, so that's why I always remember. So when a word comes across where I define it differently, I'll try to remember to bring it up. And I can't even remember what the word is right now because I speak too much. But I give almost every word, almost like I give words different definitions. So this is all the seeking and all the chasing. That can go on. Then we come to a point where somebody says to us, you can never become that which you already are. And then all of a sudden a light bulb goes off and you go, oh, wow, you're right. Well, then who am I? Who am I really? Who do I want to be? So just a little bit of my story, and what I was doing on a daily basis. I mean, I was listening to this every night. But I realized that I was looking for a destination. I was waiting for the powers to, for me to come in. My idea of coming into my own was once I could do these things that Jesus Christ did, like walking on the water and pulling gold from the ether of the air whenever needed. I really, I'm out there, I'm totally out there, but I really figured that until I reached that point, I was never anywhere close to where I really wanted to be. I wanted to be self-sustaining. I wanted to be able to pay for whatever I needed to pay for without having to go to a job and be caught up in this capitalistic environment. I wanted to be able to pull gold from the air. I wanted to be able to actually walk on the water, levitate, or do any and everything that was talked about. or that is being done right now by very few. So that's the seeking that in my world that I was involved with, and trying to become or acquire these powers, if you will. Apparently, that's what it was. And it was just a continual cycle of grinding, listening to awesome books that just give you the same basic, wonderful message of that which you know already, but said in a different way, and then you're just given another man's experience. And so you can't have your own experience if you're constantly moving from one man's experience to the next man's, to the next man's, to the next woman's, and not having a direct experience of your own. Not having the emptiness within you to set down the seeking and stop trying to become something that's not for you within your world right now. And if it is, it would be. So you are not the other story that you're reading or listening to, another book. You are not, that story is not for you. You have your own story within you that needs to be drawn out from this union from God. As you empty yourself and as you rely upon your inner being, your true self, your connection directly with Source, to bring you to a higher state of vibration where you're able to see through the permanency of life. You're able to see through to the eternality of life, beyond the finite mortality, the illusion of death, which was conquered by none other than Jesus Christ, but understood by very few. Very few. I don't believe even that most of the preachers and pastors are even aware of their own unconscious understanding of the fact that death itself and the illusion of death was overcome by Jesus. That there is no death. Because a lot of different things are being heard from the pulpit. But we see through when we stop trying to live another person's story. When we set down the books for the moment, even the Bible maybe, we say even the Bible maybe, only because the Bible is probably the one book. If there was one book that had to stay, it would be the Bible. If one book and all other books had to go, the Bible would be the one book that would have to stay. But for the moment, you can put it down and come to a center of unity and then pick it back up and really dive deep into the wonderful, wonderful stories and expressions of God through the Bible. but they're other people's stories. And so Source, God, wants to draw your story out of you through your willingness to be empty enough to have it drawn out of you. To be empty enough to not be concerned about the result, to be empty enough to not be concerned about the outcome, to be empty enough to not be concerned about the how, about the when, about the what, about what specific detail transpires within your life. God knows what you want. God knows you want comfort. God knows you want security. God knows you want to be taken care of. God knows that you want abundance. God knows that you are all these things and have all these things now. You need to see that you do. You come into the unity. Come into the oneness. So you can know, feel, understand, see that you are and that you have everything that you require now. You're unlimited, absolutely perfect. You have every capability, faculty, intellect, personality, individualness, uniqueness. You have everything you need right now to do well with your life. And we're the well watchers. We watch the well, the wellness. We're bringing wellness to you. We're bringing well living to you. We're bringing right living. We're bringing higher vibration. We're bringing the proper vibration. We're bringing to you the vibration that you already are vibrating at. We're dissolving the illusion. We're showing you that you're already vibrating at this rate right now, with me right now. If you made it to this channel, if you made it to me, I'm here to tell you you have nothing else to do but be. If you made it to my channel, because I am so uniquely apart from everything else that you see. I am so uniquely set apart, just like you are, from everything else that you hear on YouTube. You can either love me or like me or hate me. It's not about the content, it's not about what's being said, but in a lot of ways it is. It's about the exposure. It's about getting it in front of somebody like your friend, your neighbor. If you are not vibing, not resonating, then do yourself a service and tell a friend. Because they may vibe and they may be ready to commit suicide, and something I say might help them. Make it go viral for that. You know? Tell a friend. Anyway, yeah, it's your story. Source wants to bring out your story. Your story needs to be heard and felt and seen. Your story has something someone needs in order to complete their own story. Remember, we're one, everything's interconnected, everything is part of everything. Everything is a puzzle being sewn, a tapestry together, and there's no thread out of order. The great paradox of life is that you see a massive what you see is disorder, but what is real is absolute order. What you see is imperfection, but what is absolute perfection. There's no thread out of place on the whole tapestry of life. Not a thread. That is how deep it is. And it's not a word that's used to signify the deepness. has nothing to do with the word. The word just points. That's it. We can, with the word deep or depth, we can also use the word meaning, power, purpose, reality, totality. Source wants to use your story. And we're empty. We're allowing. To go deep, it's a feeling. So you know you're going deeper with some idea or concept or thought when you start to feel the depth of it. When I say the world is picture perfect, the tapestry is in absolute total order, what I'm saying and what I'm pointing to is the depth of feeling that goes along with those statements. The knowing. And that is the closest word I can use. Seeing. It's what you see. It's clear. There's no debate. You know where the fog was. You may have your own story, and you may have your own world, and you may have your own unique way of seeing everything. But there are absolutes. There are constants. There is that which is. So you can have your own false, fake, illusory world with or without a God or not. But the absolute in the story of all stories, in your own story of yourself, that you may or may not know of, that I'm here to bring to you to talk about your story, try to draw your story out of you. That's the purpose of this channeling, to draw your story out, get to a point of interaction. And so as we draw your story out, we start to see the perfection within your story itself. And as you share, we're here to reflect the perfection while you reflect the imperfection. We're here to show you how to view it from the eyes of God. That you have the same pair of glasses. And you can feel this perfection. You can feel this glory. You can feel this union. You can feel this unbreakable, eternal presence. You can live it out. And then you can help other people to live it out too. And then you can pass it on. And then you can, you know, serve humanity. Every area of your life will be cleared up when you let go of everything. Your life will begin to get clean. It'll clean itself up. You got to give it time. You've got to surrender. You've got to have the mind of an athlete. Every time Pacquiao goes in that ring, especially when he was new, he has to drop it all. Make some attempt to do that. You've got to have the mind of an athlete. You've got to be determined. Why not? Go all the way. Remember, it's a game. Put your whole being into the character and get an upgrade. We're here to help you get an upgrade. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Come get an upgrade and get your Puma hat. I hope I have to buy like a couple hundred or something for the first event. It's gonna be way cool. Way cool. And so, yeah, we're here. We're opening up the tube. We're opening up a channel. We're opening up a way. Not really, right? There's no way. We're opening up a way to no way. Did you know that there's really no way? When you find out that the way is that there's really no way, you've made it. When you really know, really, remember, you feel. When you really feel the reality, the fact that there's no way for you to find a way to get to any place or be anything other than what you already are right now. And there's no need to add anything. You can't add anything. You can't take anything away. So therefore, there's no way for you to arrive anywhere. Then you're there. You're almost there. You're close. You might be there. If you can recognize this. When it becomes second nature and you're already teaching these things, then you may know. It's the little things, man. The little things. Give me something else. What else little can we say? You know, it's what, okay, so I'll try to teach you a little something, okay? This is for those of you that stuck with me on this video, because something weird always happens on every video where, you know, the good stuff comes out at the end. So, whatever you want to happen, okay? So let's say you want to decalcify your pineal gland. There's all kinds of third eye stuff on YouTube where you can listen to tones and beats, binaural beats and frequencies. You can tune the pineal gland, which is nothing other than just a third eye right in between your eyes. That's why when you see people from India, they have that little red dot. All that really signifies is the pineal gland. And it's like a pine cone, and it is just like an eye, but it gives you the ability to see things through the eye of God, if you will. And so the way to decalcify it, the most authentic way, the self-sustaining way to decalcify the pineal gland, besides listening to these frequencies and tuning yourself, your vibratory physical body, is by intending to have an intent. And this is the meat, this is the sauce, this is the get it, got it, good, you made it to this point, is to intend that your pineal gland be decalcified. And to decalcify your own pineal gland yourself through seeing it at its raw state, envisioning it at its peak, its pinnacle pursuit, alive and open, and drawing energy to it, envisioning through your imagination and through your psyche and through your heart and through your mind and through your being, and giving life to it, bringing alive all the other chakras within your body, and imagining just energy pouring up through your spinal column up into the pineal gland. And you shine the light, you shine your light to this third eye. You open it with your intent, with your conscious intent. This is a great lesson. Not of anything of Mark Price. Mark Price is absent. But this is a gold nugget, because if you can be confident and determined and intentful and practice like an athlete, and then you are well on your way to seeing through the veil. So we can produce our own DMT. DMT is often talked about as a hallucinogenic that is used to expand one's consciousness. There are groups of people around the world that practice this DMT. Another outtake of it is ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is also a substance that is hallucinogenic, that is basically used by fakirs and sages and people like this that are able to levitate and do all this stuff externally. And the substance itself is a hallucinogenic, and it pretty much removes the veil of life and destroys all the boundaries that we place upon ourselves. And it's done in a very animated way, cartoonish, if you will. DMT is also pulled from, I think psilocybin is also used to do the same thing. And I am not that educated on it. I've never done it, but I have done some other hallucinogenics. But this is not the place to talk about that right now. But we're talking about within our own body, we have these substances, if you will. Or remember, I was telling you that it's a placebo. Okay. Even the drug itself, the narcotic, which is really hard to get past, because, man, you take it and it's going to affect you, right? But then there's very rarely you'll run across someone who'll say, oh yeah, I tried it, didn't do anything for me, it didn't affect me. But anyway, we have our own cannabinoids within our own structure. We have our own ability to produce DMT. And so this is why we can have these experiences with these so-called substances, this placebo, and have it take us on these trips. You are the power. You are the real power. You are everything within the mushroom, everything within Terence McKennan's brain. And if you don't know Terence McKennan, you might want to listen to him. He's amazing. You want to be in the illusion of you want to, there's so many great, but, again, I'm just saying, take the time. But Source wants you, all of you. Source wants your attention, not you listening to Terence McKennan, and now you got something else you're addicted to. So I'm not trying to get you addicted to any other speakers, but his brain is freaking out there, and it's kind of cool to have gotten to know Terence McKennan. And so if you haven't gotten to know him, get to know him, set it down, get back to being one, get back to being with Source, get back to allowing Source to drive out this story within you, get back to this one-on-one relationship, this direct relationship with Source that you are. Find your story, Alan Watts was another great one too. And there are a lot of great ones. Neville Goddard. And anyway, but these are men. These are the names of men and women that had their own connection and their own story being drawn out from this oneness. And that's what we want for you. We want your own story. We want you to drop the seeking, drop the searching, drop the reading, drop the addiction, and become addicted to being empty. Become addicted to surrendering. Become addicted to allowing. Become addicted to calcifying the pineal gland so you can see through the veil, so the boundaries can be dropped, so you can get rid of this physical sense that you have of judging everything to be either up or down, in or out, good or bad. As below, so above. There's nothing really good or bad, but thinking makes it so. It's your thinking, and it's the words, and it's the definition that cause everything to transpire, arise, be within your life. This is meat. It's all the words, it's all the defining. You can define your life in any way you choose. It's up to you. You're giving it the definition. At least it seems to be that way within the illusion. So for now, because you're not fully surrendered, not fully at one with God, and you haven't dropped thought or concept or word, then just understand that it is in the definitions that you give to these words and to your life itself, to your past and your future, that make up who you are currently within the illusion, and your ability to live within comfortable states of mind. So if you need to redefine your life, see it through a different pair of glasses, perceive things in a different way, then that's what you need to do. If you need to let go of the past, if you need to let go of the future, practice being in the moment. And if we're bound by thought and construct and perception within this whole idea of word and definition, if we're in this illusory situation and we're agreeing to be bound by it, then we might as well use it to our advantage. That's my whole point in all these videos. If you are who you are and you are where you are and you can't escape that ever, then let's use life to our advantage. Let's use words and thoughts to our advantage. Let's play the game rightly. Let's make ourselves the best version of that we can. Give ourselves all the things we need. Let's be unlimited in this game. It's thought that makes you feel limited. I can't walk on the water yet. What's wrong with me? I can't pull gold from the ether of the air. Why? I must not be. This was me, and I'm sharing it with you. But that was wrong. That was stuck in the illusion. These things can actually be demonstrated and accomplished externally and within the illusion. But that's not what we are here to draw. That's not your story. If it were your story, it would be going on right now. And your story's unfolding. So I'm not really here to know what your story is. I'm not telling you what your story is. That may be your story, and you haven't gotten to me yet. And we're going to bring you on, and we're going to share your story with the world. If you're able to bend a spoon, levitate, if you're able to do anything of the sort externally, and you want to share it with the world, bring it to my channel. We'll share it. But we're getting you to drop that. There's being full of life as the character within the illusion, full of oneself, they call it in the illusion. You're full of yourself, they'll say. And then there's being full of God and experiencing life from a point of emptiness. And I know each one to the full. I know what it meant to be full of myself within the illusion. You would say you're missing a few marbles. You're kind of dorky, Mark. Well, that's why I was always in the special ed class. I wasn't put in the special ed class. But I was there. Because I identify with them better. I like helping. I like hanging out with the special ed kids. You know? They seem more real to me. So I caught a little bit of their isness. Pretty cool. Very cool. I love special ed. I was supposed to be a teacher for special ed, but I was. So I maybe didn't have the title, but I took the role. So that's what it is. We're saying that when you're full, not full of yourself, but when you're so empty, see the paradoxes? When you're so empty, and I mean empty, I mean you are not present anymore. You know what that feels like to be empty. You know what it means when you say it, because you're empty. You're so empty. God is moving about, doing what he does, saying what he says, being what he is. And you're so full of life. You're so full of God. You're so full of life. God and life are synonymous, right? They're one. You're so full of life. Absent of you trying to carry it all. Full of yourself. I don't know if that was the best, but that works because you are, because the only thing I can think about is like, you know, the ball and chain has been cut. You no longer walk with your head down like everyone else. Everyone else has got a ball and chain on their leg, on their ankle, and they walk with their head down like this. They're afraid to look up because why you think the phone was created? To keep you like this. No. The phone is a tool. Phone is a massive tool, huge tool. I'm using it right now as a tool. But your head is up. The phone is not in front of your face. Your head is up and above, looking around, preparing to make a move. You're no longer bound by the ball and chain. You see in life that even though we are in a postmodern grace, not by law, not law, but grace environment, even though we're there consciously, people, this is a clue that you'll start to see that people are really under the law. Bound by rules, bound by bylaws, bound by life, bound by the illusion. They're stuck in the herd. They're blind and they're being led by the blind. They still live by the law. They're not free. You know when you're free. I don't need to tell you how to get, I don't need to tell you, I can't tell you if you're free or not. You'll know. Being free, you will know. If you don't know you're free, if you have to question whether or not you are free, I mean, I don't mean, you know, When I say freedom, my definition of freedom, see, I define things and give things definitions different than you do. My idea of freedom is complete, absolute oneness with God. Totality, source itself. That's freedom to me. It might mean something else, freedom from your job, freedom from a relationship, freedom from, your own mind. But the freedom I'm talking about is complete and total in its freedom. It encompasses everything. You're free from everything. You're free from everything. You are not bound by no clock, no job, no boss, nothing. The ways people perceive things and live has nothing to do with you in your surrendered state of existence, of being that which is. You're not on a clock anymore. You don't wear a watch. You're not limited by time. You know that time does not exist. The true seeker hears that statement and says, okay, that's right, time doesn't exist. It is constructed by man through thought, concept, and word. What does that mean? I want more. I want more. What does it mean that time doesn't exist? What does it mean that everything happens at once? What does it mean that there's no past, present, or future? What does it mean that there's no time? What does it mean to be able to instantly manifest something that we want? What does it mean when Jesus Christ says, believe that ye have received it, and it will be given unto you? What does this mean? Within the realm of reality, within the realm of spirit, the imagination, the truth, anything, all things are. All desires are met. All needs are met instantly. Anything you could ever think of or imagine to have is within your imagination. It is within the feeling. It is within the consciousness. When it becomes part of your consciousness and it's real at that point, it manifests externally, no matter what environment you seem to be in. But it's already in existence spiritually within the mind of God, within your divine mind. And so I bring a banquet. I've been assigned to the the food. I bring a delicacy. I bring fine, fine, fine foods for you to consume. The finest of the finest. right spices. I come bringing and bearing gifts. I bring the most precious stones you could ever see, more valuable than diamonds. But I bring more than just the gems and the rocks and the stones. I bring something so powerful that not many understand its power. You are only getting to this point of power because you've listened this long. I don't, but Source usually gives out really good stuff in the middle and the end. This, what I'm about to tell you, is more powerful than the diamond, the stone, the gold, the biggest house, the most cash you could ever have. This is more valuable. And it's really ironic, and it's really metaphorical. Because, see, check it out. Rocks, stones, gold, and money are just made out of the same substance that you're made out of. But they just are what they are. Alone, left to themselves, they are worthless. You bring the value to the item. You bring the value. You are the one that is going to bring the abundance to the gold. You are the one that's going to bring the abundance to the money. You are the one that's going to use it in a way that it would do good in the world. You are the one that's going to be fed by. You are the one that causes things to happen to feed people with it. You're the abundance. But here's the nugget. Here's the sauce. Here's the meat. And it's a mirror. I'm going to show you a mirror. It's you. You are more valuable than the gems that I bring. You are more valuable than the gold that runs within my veins. The pure 24-karat gold that makes up the illusion you see. You're more valuable than the brightest, most expensive diamond there is. You, on the other side of the mirror, are what is to be valued. If you ever start a business, or if you ever go work for someone, you should try to first work for someone who values people and not money. Their bottom line and what they invest in is people. People are the real value in any business. It's not the money. The money is just the last byproduct of a good service well done. And the money is there to oil the entity. Whatever aspect of the entity, whatever department within your company brings in the most gold or causes, there could be even oil that causes the engine to move. So the oil becomes the most valuable, right? You've got the engine, but the oil, without the oil, the engine can't run. So you invest and you put back the money, the profits, back into the oil, back into the engine. These are the people. These are the valuable people that make it happen for you in the world. These are the people that belong to God, and that belong to the world, and that belong to the other, the so-called other, that are providing a service and causing all these profits to be possible within your company. This is where you put your profit. This is where you invest your money. This is what you give to. Is that clear enough? And to everyone. You give your profits back to everyone who makes everything happen. Not more, but you really invest in people, period. I'm not here to break it down for you. I could. But you put your money back into the people that are causing you to make the money in the first place. You don't put it in the bank. You don't start investing it. You don't start buying crypto. You don't start burying it. You don't start buying investments outside. You invest in that which got you where you are. Whatever it is that gave you this excess should be put back into whatever caused it to happen in the first place. That's where it belongs. Back to the people that earned it. Great, you had an idea. Great, you were brave enough to get out there and create something. Great, wonderful. We love you for it. We really do. But even greater, because really I could care less unless, you're doing it this way. But even greater, that you give back the profits that you make to the people that helped you make it. Period. You're not in it for you. You're in it for the service of mankind. For the other. This is a man I can respect. This is an action I can respect. I respect all men. Whether you're short in this area or not, I still have respect for you, and I still understand where you're coming from, and I still understand that there's room for you to grow. And that would be the first thing that I would point out to you, and that's why I'm pointing out to you now. You can't take any of it with you. You can only take your actions with you. That's why you might have to repeat the game. Part of understanding how to succeed at any level is, are you all in? Are you giving back? Are you making a difference? Is the difference that's being made making a difference within you? Is your awareness expanding? These are all clues. Are you becoming effective? Are you not being affected by things? Are you detached from everything, yet connected to everything? And you understand that. Otherwise, I say, don't take up the business at all. If you're going to be another Bezos, or you're going to be another person that just employs people in order that you might become wealthy, to do your business and pay them a wage just like every other business, a living wage, because it's the standard, because it's the default, because it's what everyone else is doing, because it's it's the law. You have nothing to offer if that's the case. What you're offering to your employees, or what you're offering to the world with your service, is not much of any kind of service. Simply because service has to start at home. You understand? And your business is your home. Your employees are your children. You can't be successful outside of home and then think and not be successful at home and think that you're, somehow successful. No. The business was never for you. The business was never for you to get rich. The business was never for you to accumulate wealth. The business was never for you to use other people so that you could accumulate more wealth. So you could have and give things to your children and your wife and your family and your extended family. And not be concerned about your home away from home, which is your work, which is also your home. Yeah, they might be your employees if that's how you see them. But if you see them that way, you have no business being in business. You have no depth. They're your members. They're your family members. They're your brothers. They're your kuyas. They're your uncles and your aunts. They are what feeds you every day. They are, because of them, you have a business. Your profits should go back to them, not to external things. This is straight talk. Pulling no punches. That's just how it is. You either are, where you are. And this is not a put down to you. This is not me putting you anywhere. You are where you are. And I'm not speaking directly to anybody. I'm speaking to you in general, especially those that have not even begun to start a business. If you haven't had this kind of foundational understanding before you start your business, that it is for the good of humanity and that people are the value, people are the real investment, you will get a better return by taking your money and investing it in people. Anything outside of this understanding, this foundational understanding, is blown by the wind. You got no roots. Your roots are scattered, like a tree that all the roots are popping up the ground. The ground is becoming broken because of the roots. And they go off into all directions. You're blown by the wind. And if there's too much wind, you fall. You have no foundation. You have no baseline, no basis for starting a business. The baseline to starting a business is to understand first and foremost that it is not for you to acquire wealth. It's for you to provide wealth for others. To provide a service for others, to help society, to help humanity. To iron out a wrinkle where there is one. Every person that you employ is a gold mine. A gold mine. Every person you employ that you have working for you right now, and usually hidden within the ones that you would think, oh, this person doesn't have anything to offer. They can barely do their job. Work on that one. Love on that one. Share with that one. Bring out the diamond in people. Bring out the value. Let them offer even more than what they're offering right now to your business. Let them go beyond their current responsibilities and to do more. Give them that uplift. Give them that incentive. Give back your profits to your people. This is the new way. This is what will crumble the old way. This is what is crumbling the old way. Anyway, there's no way. You know, just a little dad talk, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I love you guys. I gotta go. I gotta take a holy pee. Man, y'all are just amazing. Amazing. Y'all are just amazing. I can't get enough of you. And I will see you on the next video. Keep it up, man. Much love. What's up, GEO? Love you, cousin.